Do you think this peace process should be supported? And if it be successful, this will reflect to the Middle East in a positive way, at least a peaceful solution?
Well, if that were able to happen, I think that that could well have effects, obviously, throughout the Middle East as a whole. I just know Erdogan's record in the past, and I know he's in political difficulty inside Turkey now, which may account for his finally reaching out to the Kurds to try and make amends and come to a fair agreement. So I support the process, and I think it may take a considerable amount of time. The process inside Iran could take a lot of time too, and it's just we're going to have to wait and see what happens. The first, as I say, certainly in Iran, the prerequisite for all of this is getting rid of the current regime. Well, my best wishes to the Kurdish people. It's been a long time that you've wanted an independent state. Perhaps we're getting close to that. I hope so. It's been a very difficult effort, I know, but there are many, many Americans who support the idea of an independent Kurdistan. I do think since Trump has basically ruled out boots on the ground in the sense of large conventional military forces, there may be special operations forces, but since he's ruled out boots on the ground, we have to have help to the opposition to allow them effectively to protect their own interest and to put pressure on whatever remains of the Revolutionary Guard and the Basiji. And I don't think we've offered enough assistance. I think Trump has been inconsistent. I thought he was going to provide additional support for the Kurds, and then he seemed to back away from that. Things may be going on behind the scenes, and that's fine. That's often necessary in conditions of war. Well, I think the threat that the regime of the Ayatollahs poses in their efforts to get a nuclear weapon and also their worldwide terrorist activities really pose threats in the Middle East and on a worldwide basis. And I think it's to eliminate those threats that's the main motivation. I think we've learned from history that the only certain way that those threats can be eliminated is by changing the regime to have some different form of government. Whether that's exactly what the objective of the United States is not entirely clear. I think it is the objective of Israel, and we'll know in I think fairly short order how successful that's going to be. And I think given the fact that many ethnic groups inside Iran have been mistreated by the regime for many years, and thinking of the Kurds specifically, that it would be helpful to all of the opposition in Iran to mobilize the ethnic groups so that they can stand up for their own rights. I think all of the pressure that we can put on the Revolutionary Guard is positive. And then after the regime falls, perhaps there'll be a temporary military government of some kind, and then freed from the Ayatollahs, the peoples of Iran can make up their own mind what they want their future to be. Well, we know that the regime has focused more on the Kurds over the years than almost any other group because they appreciate that the Kurds are willing to stand up for their rights, and that frightens the Ayatollahs. I have long advocated creating a separate, independent Kurdish state. And it's been the fate of the Kurds for, unfortunately, a long time to be divided up among other countries. And, how that works out in the future, I think, remains to be seen. I don't think you can rule it out. I don't think you can rule anything out at this point for what happens inside Iran. So I think what I would encourage people to focus on is getting rid of the Ayatollahs, because if we don't get rid of the Ayatollahs, all the other possibilities just remain hypothetical. Well, the Erdogan government has not been helpful at all, as far as I can tell, to the United States, and it's been unhelpful in many respects in many parts of the Middle East, not to mention Syria, and even after the fall of the Assad regime and what they've done to the SDF in Syria, and I think mistakes that have been made there. So I don't really see Turkey having much of a constructive role in the aftermath in Iran. I think